Hello everybody, this is Linda Hicks with Scrap Stars Paper Crafting, and it is Friday Fun Fold, and I have such a cute fun fold for you today. It is a bridge card with a double fold and an overlap. So let's get started, and I will show you how cute this card is. This is going to be fun. Okay, it is not hard, but it is a very nice looking card. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you have a piece of paper that is 5.5 this way and by 11, and that's going to be your card base. And to make the fun fold, we're going to take it at 1 1/4 and score it, and then we're going to bring it up to 3 3/8. I'm not a big fan of 8s, but to make this card fold perfectly for your bridge card, we are going to have to do 8. So I'm going to count them out. 1, 2, 3. So it's in between 3 1/4 and 3 1/2. It's right that line in between there. So I'm going to go ahead and score. Once I get it lined up, I'm going to score that again right there. Okay, and then I'm going to turn the card and do the same measurements. 1 1/4. I'm going to score it. And then bring it up to 3 3/8 and score it again. Okay, so that is really the hardest part of the whole card. So then the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to give you all the measurements of all the pieces that we're going to use to make this card. So the inside of the card, because it's white, I want to have something to contrast the white. So I cut out a blue piece at 4 by 5 1/4, and then the white piece that nests inside this to put my sentiment or whatever I want on there is 5 by 3 3/4. So we might as well just go ahead and stick that on. I'm going to just grab my adhesive here, and we'll go ahead and stick that right onto this since we have it out, and just center it nicely as we nestle it in there. So lovely. Okay, so really pretty. Okay, so now these pieces are 1 inch. This is designer series paper. This is that countryside in designer series paper. It's so pretty. It's got so many different things. It has boxes, it has trees, it has doves, it has little bunny rabbits, and then the opposite sides all have something else that's just gorgeous on it. So it's just a fun paper that I got actually to use for my great-grandson's pictures that I took of them in the fall, because they had these really pretty trees and it had some boxes in it. I just thought that was so boyish. Okay, so this is 1 inch by 5 1/4, and you want 2 of those pieces. And then this piece is 5 1/4 by, it's one of those 7/8. It's 1 7/8 of an inch, and you'll want 4 of those to go on all of the sides of the panels. Okay, so you need 4 of these, 2 of these, and then you can use any shape, or you can use squares, circles, whatever you want for your your double overlay fold. But I'm using circles, and I am using this. I love this. You've seen this before because I keep using it. I just love it. It's the circle dies. This is a whole set. You get 2 big things of all of these different circles, and they come in all different things. They have like an eyelet, they have a dash design, they have this kind of design, which we're going to use today. And I just want to show you, I don't know if you can see. Oh yeah, you can see. Look at how that just cuts so nice and fine around there. But you get all these different shapes. So you can intermix them or whatever you want to do. But I've been using these a lot with scrapbooking and with card making. All right, so I have 2 of those in complementary blue, navy. And then this is just, you can use either a punch or I had a die cut. It's a 2.5-inch circle die cut. All right, so those are all of our pieces. Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp, and I'm going to use, this circle die is called, I don't know if I told you that, it's called Spotlight on Nature. And it actually, you can get it as a bundle with this really beautiful stamp set. It has leaves for fall, and then it has flowers that you can use for spring, and a pretty little butterfly and a couple little sentiments. It's just a cute, cute set. So I'm going to use that set today, and I've already got my dies cut out. So let's grab some Memento ink, and I'm going to clean this a little bit because I can see I've got some ink all over this from using it earlier. So I'm just going to go ahead and wipe around the edges. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and ink it up again. Okay, so I want a butterfly and a flower. So let's go ahead and get the flower on there first. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do right there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put a flower like kind of like that, kind of hanging over like that. I'm going to set it down. Of course, you want to go down straight and then up. Looks great. I'm going to wipe up my ink here. I'm going to turn this because I did want it kind of turned. And now on this one, I'm going to put the other side of the flower on it because I want to put the butterfly on there. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of go like right about here and press down straight. Hold it for a second to let the ink absorb and pull it up. Aw, do you see my little boo-boo? I could probably put the butterfly over that, but I'm just going to go ahead and, since I got 2 sides to my circle, I am going to go ahead and just re-stamp it. So let's go ahead and try that again. I'm going to go ahead and put my ink on there. And I'm just going to go ahead and do this on this side. And straight up. Perfect this time. Good job. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and wipe this off because I had this big stamp and ink all over. So I don't want ink getting on all my pieces. So I wiped it up, the excess ink. And now I'm going to grab this butterfly and I'm going to put the butterfly right here. So he looks like he's kind of like checking out that flower. So I'm going to kind of tilt him kind of like this on there. So very carefully let it set for a second just to let the ink absorb, and up we go. Isn't this just beautiful? I love this stamp set. It's just so gorgeous. Okay, so the last thing I want to do is I want a little sentiment, and I'm going to put thanks on here, right here. And I think I'm going to use a coordinating color. I could use navy blue or boho blue, but I'm going to put this, I'm just going to turn this so it kind of looks like the flower is kind of falling over, and put my thanks right there like that. Isn't that pretty? All right, so let's look at those. Isn't that cute? I love this stamp set. It's just so versatile with so many different things that you could do, because I've used the leaves for a fall layout that I did earlier, and it's just a cute stamp set for so many different things. It's simple but elegant. Okay, so now comes the fun part. Let's make sure I got all my excess ink up here because we don't want to get Memento ink on anything. And we're going to go ahead and do the folding. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this big fold over like this. And of course I don't see my bone folder here, which is so typical of me. And then I'm going to fold this over like this. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to fold it over. Oh, it looks like I did get some ink on there, but you know what? It's going to work out fine because I am going to cover that with designer series paper. Okay, so then I'm going to fold this side over on this side. Okay, good. I didn't get it on the back of the card. Thought I got all the ink up, but let's just go ahead and wipe one more time because I really don't want to ruin my card. I plan on sending it to a friend. Okay, so there we go. So this, I'm going to cover this right up by putting this right over there, and you won't even see that little black spot on there or even know that it was on there. And you can use any adhesive that you want to use. I'm going to go ahead and use my tape runner for this side. And let me just go ahead and put that on there. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this other side. And then we're going to just line that up and center that right in there. And then I'm going to take the back sides here. I'm going to take these and line these up on this side because this is the side you'll see when you first open it up. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on there and center it right in there. And do the same thing with that last piece. Okay, and then here we go. Put that right in there, center that. Okay, so now I have this part all done. Look at how lovely that is. It just folds so perfectly in there. Okay, so now I'm going to take my 1 inch by 5 1/4, and I'm going to put it on these two edges here. And we're going to center that. And I'm going to take this one and do the same thing. And if you guys want to fast forward, if you're watching this later and you want to fast forward through this part, it's kind of boring just to watch me put adhesive on and add it on, but it goes really quickly. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this on there. And I could, if I want, I got to decide whether I'm going to write a letter in here, but I could add one of those flowers right along the edge here too, just to add something extra on there. And so I'm going to go ahead and add this into the center, and this is going to be either my note or my sentiment that I'm sending to my friend. And now I'm folding this up like this. And so now we want to take these two pieces, and I'm going to do this on top of here. And I'm going to nest that in so that it's even all around, and do the same thing on this side. And nest this in all the way around. And now for the fun part. Now I'm going to fold these up like so. I'm going to put the thanks like right here, but I only want to put my adhesive on this part of the panel. So I'm going to use my green glue, which is just a multi-purpose mono tombow glue. And I'm just gonna double check myself. I just want a little bit on this side. If I can get it to come out. There we go. Okay, so I just want a little bit on this side. And I'm gonna go ahead and center that. Get my things straight. Love that. Okay, so I gotta hold it there for a couple seconds because it does dry pretty quickly, but it does take it a minute. Okay, so then I'm going to do the same thing. I want this to go over here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here on this side. And the reason I like to use this glue is because it doesn't dry right away. So it gives me a little wriggle room so I can go ahead and line this up so the circles, you can't see the circles. They go right on top of each other. I'm going to press And there's my beautiful card. Isn't that a cool card? I love how that turned out. Here's another one that I made earlier with the same paper, only I used the little dove, and it's a birthday card. Isn't that just gorgeous how it just overflaps? You can't see it, but then when you open it up, it's like, wow. It stands up really pretty, so it's kind of like a mantle card. That's why I was thinking maybe I might stamp a flower right here on the side, because you will see that when it stands up really pretty. All right, well, this one went a little longer than I intended, but I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned some tips and tricks and got inspired. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye-bye.